where love is offering you relationship and connection and growth and expansion. Hey! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nia Waterhouse, and on my channel we talk about life and love and living a life of love in the spirit. Okay, now today a couple things. I have my friends here with me to remind me about being soft and kind to myself as I do this video. Being kind and compassionate to myself as I do this video. Okay, so this video is basically going to be a reaction, a response, a read of a video that I did earlier in which there's just a couple things that are a little bit off, and I wanted to talk about them, publicly and put a little, mercy and a little judgment on them. Okay. First things first. In this upcoming video, it is very clear that I have what is called
amblyopia.
Basically means that my eyes are free and they do what they want to do, and they go where they want to go, and they see what they want to see. This is oftentimes referred to as a lazy eye, and it's been something that I've never really been bullied about when I was growing up, but was something that I was deeply ashamed of, and I still sometimes struggle when I see pictures of myself or I see videos of myself when I see the eye turning. And that was something that really, scared me and worried me, and that I felt a lot of shame about in starting this YouTube channel and how that would be received. So even by talking about it right now, that's why I have to have my friends with me, right? To, just put that love on me as I talk about something that, I have struggled with a lot of shame around. And so that's like one of the first reasons that I didn't really want to put this video or this previous video up, because I had not been doing my eye exercises. And so my eyes are just really free and really doing what they want to do. And so when I saw it, I was like, I don't want to be seen like that. I don't want to be viewed like that. But I think it's important to allow myself to be as I am and to put love on it. So as I do this reaction video, every time I watch my eye turning and I see, and I feel that kind of sense of tension within myself, I'm gonna be like, I am loved. I am loved. I'm loved. I'm loved. Just to reassure myself about the truth of who I am, as the kind of fear and tension and shame and guilt comes up. So if y'all hear me saying that, that's why, because, we gotta put love on the parts of ourselves that we have been taught or have taught ourselves not to love and not to accept and not to cherish. So that's the first reason I wanted to do this reaction, to really be able to put love on myself, to show what it is like when you really have a fear and you really have some deep-seated, insecurities, but, you're trying to do your best to allow the love that is to flow as the truth, rather than your fear or your guilt or your shame as the truth. Secondly, in this video I'm about to review, I'm up here talking using words like y'all, knowing good and well the only reason I could ever make this video is because I am the one who was doing the things that I'm talking about, and Spirit had to teach me these lessons in order for me to get it. So I don't want to put out a video in which I'm like, y'all like to do this and y'all like to do that and y'all like to do that, when in truth it was, I like to do this and I like to do that and I like to do that, and that's why Spirit had to teach me, and that's why I have the wisdom that I can share. So that's really important to start off, right? My mama always says, like, I'm not all the way saved, which just basically means that I'm still growing and I'm still learning, I'm still expanding. So whenever I speak on the wisdom that has been granted to me and through me by grace, I want to share it compassionately, and I want to share it with the ultimate kindness and the ultimate consideration, and I don't want to share it with a sense of judgment or a sense of holier than thou, or a sense of, you know, I know better and y'all are just acting up, or, you know, how come y'all just can't get it together. I want to share it with the humility and grace that I want to receive with, you know, with the same grace that I was taught these lessons with. Okay, without further ado, I'm about to start. Hey y'all, this is something that's been such a popular topic, you know, and it's really so important, but it's so nuanced and subtle, which is all of this energy work stuff. So let's try to take it slow, okay? Chang. It's important that you all stop trying to manifest your way out of your lesson. Stop trying to ascend over your lesson. Glissade over your lesson. Okay, pause. Pause. Okay. What the girl's saying is right. What she's saying is right. But what she could have said that would have been more accurate and compassionate would have been to said, we all need to stop trying to manifest our way out of our lessons. Okay, sis, continue. You doing good. You doing good. Keep going. Y'all really be like, I love myself as I am. I was created in His image for this time and this purpose. Okay. So what do I mean when I say y'all are trying to manifest your way out of your lessons? Okay. In popular New Age spirituality, this term is referred to as bypassing. Bypassing. Okay, what is bypassing? So bypassing is when you convince yourself, because you're not convincing anyone else, certainly not the universe. When you convince yourself that you have learned and you have integrated all that you needed to learn, and so then you say, I see this and I'm finished with it. Now there's a difference between bypassing and integration. Now, the key to this whole life thing that we're doing is growth, is expansion, is more life, right? Like life exists for more life's sake, and life supports itself in expansion towards more life. However, just as we look at the yin and the yang symbol here, Within the yin, there is yang, and within the yang, there is yin, and they both perfectly balance one another. That means that within the light is the dark, and within the dark is the light. And as the light grows, it is further integrating the dark as itself. And as the dark grows, it is further integrating the light as itself. And as they both grow, they are both growing in the fullness of one another as reflection and mirror and as individual. Okay? Are y'all staying with me? Okay. So, lessons will come up. Feelings will come up. Situations will come up. And it is a beautiful opportunity. It is the most clever design of the Grand Master to teach us about ourselves. It is the opportunity for us to expand through relationship with ourself, right? Because it is ourself that is coming up to us. It is ourself that is calling out to us in those places that feel uncomfortable, in those places that feel scary, in those places that feel stressful. It is ourself calling out for our own attention. So what often can happen is that when these feelings and uncomfortable situations come up in our lives, those of us who are skilled in the art of manifestation, we then turn to acknowledging or not acknowledging our feelings, but trying to put ourselves emotionally in the place where we want to be. Now this is beautiful, it is powerful, it is our birthright to align ourselves with the fullness of ourself that stands ever ready and ever present and ever reaching out towards us. That's what it is, and that's beautiful. However, this comes after integration. Okay, so if you go from discomfort and you say, you know what? I don't like this feeling, so I'm just gonna run away. Where do I want to run away to? Let me run away to a place that feels better. Okay, vision board, mind's eye, everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay, everything's okay. Okay! Here we are, the land of everything is okay. Right? But what's gonna happen is like cyclical. You're gonna find yourself back in the place where love is offering you relationship and connection and growth and expansion, right? Like it's offering you deeper connection with yourself, deeper revelation of who you are. But because we're afraid of the dark places within ourselves, because we're afraid of our own discomfort, because we're afraid of the inner work, because the deep fear of disconnection with source radiates deeply within us, we rather try to, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home, there's no place like home outside of our lesson. The sweet spirit of the most loving God has taught me over and over and over and over again that on the other side of fear is freedom. That on the other side of your fear is your freedom. Because your fear is illusion. It's imagination. And that's the thing that we know, right? We know the truth of who we are is love, and is love in love with itself, and stands always ready to meet us as pure and as powerful, right? Like, and we just want to get there. And we're afraid of what the journey might look like. So we just try to hop, skip, Abraham Hick our way over. We just try to bypass what feels uncomfortable so we can get to the place where we want to be. Oh, my. But this is the thing. It's juicy. And the universe is so juicy and sexy like this, right? Because the thing that you felt was the thing you wanted to avoid is actually the things that you have been asking for, trying to come online. It is that deeper compassion with yourself that you've been asking for, trying to come forward. It is that understanding and holding space for other people that you've been asking for, trying to come forward. It is your ability to see and to speak clearly, trying to come forward, right? Like, all of these things that are coming up are trying to be birthed, trying to integrate deeper within you, right? It is you. And there are parts that have to be released. Clearly, surely, ashe, amen, right? In this integration, we allow the fear that was there, the illusion that was there, we allow the negative stories that are there to fall away, right? Like, it is an alchemical process. But first, we must allow the heat to be applied so the impurities can be released, right? The heat. We think the heat is the fire, but the heat is the love. The heat is the relationship. The heat is the growing. The heat is the expansion. The heat is life. Giving birth to more life is your life. Calling you forward. It is you reaching out for deeper connection with you. It's just you, boo. Ain't nobody else. It's just you asking you to love you. It's just you asking you to come into deeper relationship with you. It's just you asking you to release all conditionings. It's just you asking you to allow the voice of your mother to flow out of your mind. It is just you asking you to allow love to fill your ears. It is just you asking you to allow your laughter to be the thing that resonates clearly from you. It is just you asking you to allow you to be who you are. That's what it is. What did my girl say? She said, we are not afraid of our darkness. We are afraid of our light. We are afraid of our lights. This is a plane of illusions. This is real. You are real. Your heart center that connects us all to the great love of all that is and all that ever has been, that to the great Alpha and Omega. That is real. The fear that would keep you from who you are, that's story. That's the play. And guess what? People want to act like, oh, well, it's just all illusion, so I don't have to play into it. No, baby girl, you signed up for the play, so you better play. You better play your part, and you better decide what you're gonna play with, and you know what you're not gonna play with. What tools you're gonna play with, and what tools you're not gonna play with. So I've decided I'm no longer playing with fear and shame and anxiety as my main tools. I'm no longer using shame and guilt as my levers to get people to do what I want. I'm no longer using self-deprecation, self-shaming as a legitimate way to see myself or others. I'm no longer using judgment as a way to hold space. I'm no longer using y'all. I ain't all the way saved. And so when I say that, I mean I have chosen with great intention to allow the judgments of myself and others to flow out. And in that choosing, it means that I am confronted with those judgments and that I get to make a different choice with the support of grace at my back, right? Like, in my ability just to make this video in which I'm talking about something that has been a deep fear of mine, something that has been a deep judgment within myself, something that has been a deep anxiety within myself, because Spirit has brought me this opportunity to speak on it. This is my releasing of that judgment and of that fear, right? It is not that your judgment and fear automatically just float into no-no land, right? What happens is you have an opportunity to show up different. Spirit is gracious and continues, cyclical, continues to give you opportunities to show up for yourself differently and lead you and guide you and gives you wisdom in the moment to make a different choice. Right? And so whereas fear would have had me not to post this video, love is inviting me to share my story. Love is inviting me to release my judgments. Love is inviting me to do something different. And that's oftentimes what this journey looks like, right? It looks like showing up for yourself every day and trying to make the choice that most aligns with your heart. Trying to make the choices that are most compassionate. Seeing how you behaved before and trying to show up for yourself and others as you would have others to show up for you. Okay, that's it. I'm gonna get back to it. But I just had to say that because when I say I'm no longer choosing judgment, I don't want you guys to think that now it's done and now fear is gone and now anxiety is gone. No, what happens is I get to make new choices, and the stronghold that fear and anxiety had becomes loosened by the grace of the most gracious God. Right? I get new tools. I have friends to help me, right? I have outlets to help me, and I get to walk in a new power of my new truth, and I get to choose to release those old stories. That's where the beauty and power and love come in. Okay, we're getting back to it. Actually, I've quite decided that I quite like the feeling of joy. I quite like the way it looks on my face and on these cheeks and on this skin. I've quite decided I'm no longer going to be wrapped up in the pettiness of other people's feelings or thoughts towards me. I've decided that I consume myself with the way that God sees me. Oh, he calls me chosen. He calls me beloved. And I've decided that I'm going to walk in that. I've decided that I'm going to be who God has called me as. I've decided that my joy is my purpose, that living in love with my community is my purpose, and that every day of my being, I am being exactly who I am here to be, which is just God's love, which is just God's freedom, which is just God's liberation, right? Which is just God's experience expansion within me. I mean, come on. Come on. When we bypass, we only fool ourselves. It is love at the door. Do not imagine yourself on a cruise when love is trying to come to you, when love is trying to hold your hand. Wouldn't you rather be on that cruise with love? And let me tell you, sis, love want to go on that cruise. Love want to make a way for you to be on that cruise with everybody you want to be there with, to see everything you want to see. So, I mean, you might as well do it with love. I mean, you might as well let love come in and just freak the funk. Because if anybody's gonna freak the funk, if anybody's gonna act up, if anybody's gonna go wild, if anybody's gonna go stupid, if anybody's gonna act up, let me tell you about my God. Let me tell you about how. Act up, act up. That is my prayer. That is my prayer. I say, most holy of holies, most loving God, Father and Mother, who flows within and without. Thy will be done. Act up for your girl. Miriam Hasna says, I don't believe the universe is testing me. I test the universe. I say, show me your wonders. Show me your beauty. Show me your magnificence. Show me your honor. Show me your splendor. Show me your delight. Show me your peace. Show me your liberation. Show me your community. Show me the achingness of your belly. Show me my strength so I can reach out and love. Show me myself. Show me my beauty. Show me my pain. Show me my mother. Show me my pouring out onto her. Show me my grandmother. Show me the laying on of hands. Teach me again how to lay on hands. Teach me again how to walk in the light. Teach me again how to be what you have called me to be. And act up. And I will stand as I am in my truth and in my love and in my grace and in my bliss and my pain and my brokenness and my fear, and in love. I will stand here and honor the beautiful relationship you have called us into. Because you delight in our relationship. You delight in our loving of one another. You delight in my discovering of myself. You delight in my revelation. You delight in my joy. You delight in my wholeness. Not only do you delight, but you inhabit. Oh, you inhabit, right? If the God of love, okay, we're talking about Prince of Peace, King of Kings, we're talking about healer, provider, liberator, great mother, cosmic love. We're talking about great compassionate one. We're talking about, I mean, what you saying to me? If God inhabits my places of peace and my places of pain and my places of exploration, why not trust? Why not just trust that going through will be so much sweeter than trying to go around? And look, manifestation is a beautiful tool that we have, and that you will use over and over and over and over again in co-conspiring, in co-creating this great life that you're gonna have for yourself and for your community and for our world. Period. Also, God is yearning to walk with you through your fire. Yourself is yearning to be whole with you in the fire. All that is not you is the only thing at risk for being lost. Only what is not true is at risk of being lost. Only that which is illusion can be lost. Sis, you coming back to your house. You're coming back to your home. You're coming back to your heart. Hello. Hello. So, what works really well for me when I am feeling negative emotions, negative situations, two things. First, when I'm feeling a situation arise, asking, what is it that you would like me to learn? And you know, I'm radical, so I take it a step further. I say, all that you would have me to learn, I allow it to be fully integrated into my heart. And all that must be released for that integration, I release it unto you now. Boom, like that, like that, like that. It's like that. You can just say, give it to me, I'm ready, my heart is open. Take what you need. Give me the love. Give me the courage. Give me the strength. Let's do it. Thank you so much. Because I know in the hearing of these words that the fear that wants to cause us to write over our lessons into our joy is being dispersed as we speak. And instead, the great confidence, the great courageousness, the great peace, the great peace, the great peace is coming over us and allowing us to know the truth of our safety, to know the truth of our love, to know the truth of our strength, to know the truth of who is calling us forward and what there is to be gained in answering yes, in answering yes, in answering yes, 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 yes. As I release, I receive yes. Yeah. Where you lead me, I'll go. Your timing is perfect. And I know you're going to act up for me. And I've seen it happen over and over and over again. And I trust that you are bringing me in so you can bring me out. Okay? So your girl didn't do too bad. Okay. That necklace, let's just talk about that necklace really quickly. That necklace was obviously not on and was just dancing on my neck the whole video. Okay, that's fine. We love it. We love everything to be free. Eyes free, necklace free, right? Spirit free, joy free, laughter free, Black girl joy free, right? Like, let's be free. But she did her thing. She did her thing. And if you think that you have found yourself trying to bypass your lessons, let me know how integrating what I've talked about in this video, how that process has really affected you, or what you've learned in the process of trying to bypass, and then learning about true integration. I love to start a dialogue with all of you guys in the comments below, because this is something that we're constantly working on, that we're constantly building upon, and that we're constantly working through. And having community to discuss these things with is such a big key to our collective healing. So this is a space of community, and this is a space of healing, and this is a space of love and deep acceptance with all of our friends here. So I'd love to hear from you guys down below in the comment section, or on my Instagram, or on my Twitter. Also, I live in Brooklyn, you know, feel free to send me an email. We can chat in person. All of this is about collective healing, collective love, and collective joy. So if you want to hear more videos about life, love, and living a life of love in the spirit, please like and subscribe. It helps me get to my goal of 1 million subscribers, building a community of deep joy and liberation for us here and now at this time on the planet. Thank you guys for joining me. And as always, I love you. Have a great day, guys.